opening of bids for Area 1.
Yes, sir. That's correct, sir.
So I reckon we move to the next one, which is the provision of security services requirements for CAAP Area 2 under a 3-year service agreement, also a CSIS project. Do we have submitted bids for this?
Yes, Mr. Chair, we received three proposals. May we request, Mr. Chair, permission to admit the bidders in the meeting room, sir?
Please go ahead.
Secretariat, please kindly also admit online bidders. Ay, ano ba tayo? Good afternoon, bidders. Welcome to the opening of bids for the project provision of security services requirements for CAAP Area 2 under 3-year service agreement bid number 22-009-10 amounting to 34,851,775 pesos and 20 centavos. For records purposes, may we request the bidders to state their name and the company they represent, please. We start with, sir, Attorney Clauso. Good afternoon, sir.
Hi, I'm Rudy.
Good afternoon, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm Rudy Cariaga, representative of World Cup Security Services.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon po, sir.
Next, ma'am, please. Yes po, ma'am.
I'm Jem Baltasar, and representative of World Cup Security Services.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
I'm Attorney Roman Mahal.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, please.
Hi, I'm Rory Sangalang, representative of Blue Cavalier Security Agency.
Good afternoon, sir. And you, sir.
I'm Mike Religor of Blue Cavaliers.
Good afternoon. Okay, we will now proceed with the opening of bids. We start with Eagle Matrix. Representative, please kindly acknowledge if this is your submitted bid.
Yes, sir. This is the submitted bid from Eagle Matrix.
Thank you, Attorney Clausto. The submitted proposal of Eagle Matrix is properly labeled for the project provision of security services requirements for Area 2. Sorry. Under a 3-year service agreement, and the submitted proposal is sealed and with signature. Inside the submitted box are three packages: the original bid, copy 1, and copy 2, all for the project security services requirements for CAAP Area 2. Inside the submitted original bid are two envelopes: the original component, original technical component, and the original financial component envelope. inside the original technical envelope or no. The original technical proposal of Eagle Matrix has tabbings, pagination, and signature or initials on each page. Checklist, please.
Checklist for the technical component. Notarized checklist of requirements for bidders.
Notarized checklist of requirements. Signed by Attorney Bernard Philip Claustros, I'm sorry, with notary, submitted.
One passport-sized photo colored with accompanying 3 signature and 3 initial specimens of the authorized representative, BF Form 1.
BF Form 1, photo of Attorney Claustro, the president of Eagle Matrix, with signatures and initials, submitted.
Notarized authority of the signing official, special power of attorney or secretary's certificate.
Secretary certificate authorizing Mr. Bernard Philip Claustro to be the representative of Eagle Matrix, issued by Ms. Catherine Leah Soriano Posadas, the corporate secretary of Eagle Matrix, and also notarized, submitted.
Notarized omnibus sworn statement with secretary's certificate or special power of attorney as applicable, BF Form 2.
BF Form 2, omnibus sworn statement, signed by Attorney Claustro and also notarized with secretary's certificate authorizing Attorney Claustro, Bernard Philip, to be the signatory of the omnibus sworn statement issued by Ms. Catherine Leah Soriano Posadas, the corporate secretary, and also notarized, submitted.
Documents as attachment to the omnibus sworn statement. Certification under oath attesting that they have no pending case or cases against the government, in addition to the eligibility requirements as prescribed under the 2016 revised implementing rules and regulation of RA 9184.
Certificate of no pending case or cases against the government, signed by the authorized representative, Attorney Claustro, also notarized, submitted.
Legal clearance to be issued by the CAAP Enforcement and Legal Service with respect to the non-pending cases of the prospective bidders against this authority.
Legal clearance, date of issuance October 11, 2022, issued to Eagle Matrix Security Agency Incorporated, valid until April 11, 2023, issued, signed for Attorney Roberto Martin Buenaventura, ADG2 of the Enforcement and Legal Service, submitted.
Notarized affidavit of undertakings that the PSA shall submit with the following criteria: BF Form 17.
BF Form 17, an affidavit of the undertaking, signed by the affiant, Attorney Claustro, and also notarized, submitted.
Bid Bulletin Number 1, dated October 14, 2022.
Bid Bulletin Number 1, dated October 14, 2022, submitted.
Legal clearance to be issued by the CAAP Enforcement and Legal Service with respect to the non-pending cases of the prospective bidders against this authority.
Legal clearance issued to Eagle Matrix Security Agency, dated October 11, 2022, valid until October 11, 2023, signed for Attorney Buenaventura, ADG2 of ELS, submitted.
Philippine Government Electronic Procurement System or PhilGIP certificate, platinum membership.
PhilGIP's Certificate of Registration, Platinum Membership, issued to Eagle Matrix Security Agency, valid until April 2, 2023, consisting of 3 pages. 1, 2, 3. Complete. Submitted.
Registration certificate from SEC, DTI for sole proprietorship, or CDA for cooperative, or any proof of such registration.
SEC Certificate of Registration dated March 11, 2016 with registration number A200208710 submitted.
Mayor's or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located, or the equivalent document for exclusive economic zones or areas.
Mayor's permit issued by the local government of Quezon City, date of expiration January 28, 2023, submitted.
Tax clearance per EO number 398, series of 2005, as finally reviewed and approved by the Bureau of Internal Revenue or BIR.
Tax clearance issued by Ms. Irene Goze, date of issuance August 2, 2022 and valid until August 2, 2023, submitted.
Audited financial statement for CY 2020 and 2021.
Audited financial statement, date of filing with the Bureau of Internal Revenue, May 31, 2022, submitted.
Certified true copy of the PSA, valid and current regular license to operate as private security agency, issued by Philippine National Police Supervisory Office for Security Investigation Agency or PNP SOSIA.
Private security agency regular license to operate with PSA number R14166095-3461 issued to Eagle Matrix Security Agency Incorporated and with an expiry date of January 31, 2025, issued by PNP SOSIA, submitted.
Certified true copy of clearance of no derogatory record or certificate of no pending case as PSA, issued by PNP SOSIA, which shall be valid during the submission and opening of bids.
Certificate of no pending case issued to Eagle Matrix Security Agency Incorporated, issued last October 12, 2022 and valid within 30 calendar days upon the issuance of the certification, issued by PNP SOSIA, submitted.
Certified true copy of valid and current certificate of registration as contractor, issued to the bidder by the regional office of DOLE, where it principally operates, pursuant to Department Order Number 174, Series of 2017.
Certificate of registration issued by the Department of Labor and Employment to Eagle Matrix Security Agency Incorporated, issued last June 28, 2022 and valid until June 27, 2024, submitted.
The statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started within the last 3 years prior to the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids, BF Form 3.
BF Form 3, statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, signed by the authorized representative, Attorney Clausto, submitted.
Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, or SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid, in accordance with ITB Clause 5.4. The SLCC shall be equivalent to at least 50% of the APC, or 2 similar completed contracts, and the aggregate contract amounts should be equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC, with the largest of these similar contracts being equivalent to at least 25% of the ABC and completed within the last 3 years. BF Form 4.
BF Form 4, statement of single largest completed contract, signed by Attorney Clausto, submitted.
Financial documents to eligibility check or NFCC computation or a committed line of credit from a universal or commercial bank.
NFCC of Eagle Matrix in the amount of 953,102,229 pesos and 60 centavos, signed by Attorney Claustro, submitted.
Bid securing declaration, form as prescribed in GPPB Resolution Number 03-2012 or any form of bid security prescribed in BDS 18.1.
Bid security in the form of bid securing declaration, signed by Attorney Clausto and also notarized, submitted.
Compliance and conformity with the bidding documents as enumerated and specified in Section 6, Schedule of Requirements, and Section 7, Technical Specification.
Section 6, Schedule of Requirements, and Section 7, Technical Specification. Both are signed by Attorney Klaus, the authorized representative, submitted.
Notarized certificate of satisfactory performance from at least 3 previous clients for the last 3 years.
Certification from PMTFC. Date of issuance, July 21, 2026, within the 3-year period, issued to Eagle Matrix Security Agency Incorporated, and also notarized. The next certification is from Philex Mining Corporation, issued to Eagle Matrix Security Agency. Date of issuance, July 1st, 2021, also within the 3-year period. And lastly, from the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, issued to Eagle Matrix Security Agency, date of issuance July 23rd, 2021, also within the 3-year period, submitted.
Authority to conduct site inspection, duly signed by ADG2, Chief CSIS, or his duly authorized representative, BF Form 6.
Authority to conduct site inspection, signed by the ADG2 of CSIS, Major General Ricardo Banayat, AFP retired, issued last October 11, 2022, submitted.
Certificate of site inspection, duly signed by the area or airport manager or CSIS area or airport supervisor or any airport facility officer in charge, PF Form 7, except for Itbayat Airport.
Certificate of site inspection for Eagle Matrix for this is Tuguegarao Airport, signed, issued last October 14, 2022, signed by Miss Mary Solin Sogorsor, the area manager. That is for Tuguegarao. For Kawayan Airport, issued by Mr. Noel Bumbawa, the CSI station supervisor for the Kawayan Airport, issued last October 13, 2022. Certificate of site inspection for Basco Airport, dated October 13, 2022, issued by Mr. Jeffrey June Pama. Certificate of site inspection for the Palanan Airport, issued last October 14, 2022, and issued by Ms. Venus Malabonga. And certificate of site inspection for Bagabag Airport, issued last October 13, 2022, signed by Mr. Oscar Nabuga. And an affidavit of undertaking for the Itbayat Airport. Here. Also, a certificate of site inspection for SSR Apari. Date of issuance October 14, signed by Mr. Nasser Belia. Submitted.
Documents as attachment to the certificate of site inspection. Number 1, photocopy of company ID of the person who conducted the site inspection.
Company ID of Mr. Alberto de Arce. He is the area manager for Eagle Matrix, for Tuguegarao, also for Kawayan. For Basco Airport, we have the ID of Security Officer Zaldi Canave of Eagle Matrix Security Agency for Basco Airport. For Palanan Airport, we have the ID of the security guard Torres Bognot Demetrio and ang labo. Ano ito pangalan din? Torres. Yeah, Torres Met. For the Bagabag Airport, the site inspection was conducted by Alberto De Arce, also his ID attached for the Bagabag. For SSR Apari, Mr. Alberto also conducted the facility site inspection. Submitted.
Photocopy of the airport or facility visitor's logbook.
Visitor's logbook of Tuguegarao Airport. For Kawayan. For Basco. This is for Palanan, Bagabag, SSR Apari, submitted.
Security plan duly signed by certified security practitioner per airport or facility except for Itbayat Airport.
Security plan signed by certified security practitioner, CSP, for Tuguegarao Airport. Signed by June Refugia, the CSP of Eagle Matrix, and also certified correct by Attorney Claustro. This is for Kawayan Airport. Also signed by the CSP Refugia and certified by correct by Attorney Claustro for Basco Airport. Basco. With signature of both signatories, the required signatories. For Palanan Airport, with signature of Refugia and Attorney Claustro. For Bagabag Airport, security plan. Also with the signature of the CSP, Refugia, and certified correct by Attorney Claustro. For Itbayat Airport, they submitted an affidavit of undertaking as required by the authority. SSR Apari facility. SSR Apari. Also signed by CSP, Refugia, and certified correct by Attorney Claustro, submitted.
Company profile and organizational structure of private security agencies indicating the names of its key agency officers. BF Form 8.
BF Form 8, company profile, together with the org structure, submitted. Signed by Attorney Claustro.
Security management expertise and experience of key agency officers and personnel, including possible chief of operations for CAAP.
Key agency officers and personnel, with the necessary attachments, the CV of the officers, submitted.
Latest monthly disposition report or MDR, stamp received by the PNP SOSIA for 3 consecutive months prior to the submission and opening of bids.
MDR for the month of July, stamp received by PNP SOSIA, August 10, 2022. MDR for the month of August, stamped received by by PNP SOSIA, September 12, 2022. And MDR for the month of September, stamped received by PNP SOSIA, October 10, 2022, submitted.
Certificate of availability of the required firearms and ammunitions to be supplied by the private security agency. For firearms not yet available or under purchase agreement, attach notarized letter of commitment from supplier to supply the firearms if awarded the contract. BF Form 9.
Certificate of availability of required firearms, BF Form 9, signed by Attorney Claustro, submitted.
Certificate of availability of the required communication equipment to be supplied by the private security agency. For communication equipment not yet available or under purchase agreement, attach notarized letter of commitment from supplier to supply the communication equipment if awarded the contract. BF Form 10.
BF Form 10, certificate of availability of required communications equipment, signed by Attorney Claustro, submitted.
Certificate of availability of the required transportation or vehicle to be supplied by the private security agency. BF Form 11.
BF Form 11, certificate of availability of required transportation or vehicle, signed by Attorney Claustro, submitted.
Certificate of availability of the required other supplies, equipment, paraphernalia to be supplied by the private security agency. BF Form 12.
BF Form 12, certificate of availability of required other supplies, equipment, or paraphernalia, signed by Attorney Claustro, also submitted.
clearance certificate valid as of the date of submission and opening of bids where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located, indicating the latest payments of the following: Social Security System or SSS,
For Social Security Systems Clearance Certificate issued to Eagle Matrix last October 18, 2022, valid within 45 days from the issuance. Still
Excuse me, Mr. Chair, observation. As stated in the BGS 15, if I may read, clearance certificate, not certification.
Mr. Chair, we have here an observation from the World Cup Security Agency. He is manifesting that the submission of Eagle Matrix is a certification and not a clearance certificate, but Mr. Chair, in the certification, it is indicated here that the certificate is being issued without prejudice to the right of the SSS to compel.
Yeah, Mr. Presiding Officer.
No pending. Mr. Chair, yes, sir. Before we,
Yeah. Clearance certificate.
Mr. Chair, may we request for a 5-minute executive session for this item as raised by World Cup Security Agency? Sir? Mr. Chair? Sorry, our presiding officer is like experiencing technical difficulty in his microphone right now, but he is agreeing with the executive session. May we request first our bidders to leave temporarily our meeting room, and we will just call you on this. Thank you, sir. Secretariat, may we also request those online to be removed from the meeting room? meet those who are online. Ay, saan ba yung requirement thing? Welcome back, bidders. Ay, sige po. May we request the Secretariat to read again the requirement, please?
Okay, to continue. Clearance certificate valid as of the date of submission and opening of bids, where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located, and the agency documents indicating the latest payments of the following. Number 1, Social Security System or SSS.
Submitted by Eagle Matrix Security Agency Incorporated is a certification from the Social Security Service stating that they have made contributions from January 2022 to September 2022, and that it has no pending case, and that it has penalties on late contribution payments for the period 12/20/002 to 12/2016, not inclusive, in the amount of 47.18 per account management system, AMAS, and as of 10/12/2022, and number 4, that it has underpayments for the period of 11/2022 2002 to 11/2017. May we request the representative from Eagle Matrix, sir, to confirm that the submission is only as a certification and not a clearance?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, the certification is issued by SSS, and that was the document issued by SSS, but if you will note, it states there that it has no pending case. So, and further, the checklist or during bid opening is just a matter of determining the presence or absence of the document. But considering that this document came from SSS, and whether this is a clearance or not will now be dependent from SSS if this will be treated as a clearance or what.
Thank you, Attorney Claustro. With that, Mr. Chair, would like to put on record that the Eagle Matrix Security Services confirmed that the submission is clearance with the further with his further explanation, and based on the requirements, Mr. Chair, of item 10.1 BDS letter H, number 15, it says here, clearance certificate valid as of date of submission and opening of bids, where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located, and agency documents indicating the latest payments of the following. Letter A, which is the Social Security System. Mr. Chair, the technical working group is now recommending for the disqualification of Eagle Matrix Security Services Agency, Eagle Matrix Security Agency Incorporated, for failure to comply BDS number 10.1, letter H, number 15, letter A, which is the clearance certificate from Social Security System. For consideration and approval, Mr. Chair of the committee.
All right, thank you for that, Attorney Frank. So have your the recommendation as presented by the DWG. Do we have any further questions or clarifications from our members? If there's none, let's have a motion, please.
members, please.
Motion, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
I would like to move for the adoption of the recommendation of TWG for the disqualification of Eagle Matrix for the above, for the mentioned non-compliance of submission.
Seconded, Mr. Chair.
All right, there being motion duly seconded, the recommendation of the TWG for the disqualification of Eagle Matrix is hereby adopted and the motion is carried. TWG, Secretariat, kindly inform the bidder of the next steps.
To the representative of Eagle Matrix, sir, are you...
Filing a motion for reconsideration within 3 calendar days.
Yes po, sir. Thank you. Would like to put on record, Mr. Chair, that Eagle Matrix would file a motion for reconsideration. Meantime, sir, we will seal your documents. Thank you. The next proposal is from World Cup Security Services Incorporated. Representative, please. Sir, can we confirm if this is your submitted bid?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. We would like to put on record, Mr. Chair, that the submission of World Cup Security Services Incorporated is labeled for the project provision of security services requirements for CAAP Area Center 2 under a 3-year service agreement. The submission is also sealed and with signature. Inside the submission are 3 envelopes consisting of the original bid, copy 1, and copy 2. The original bid submission composed of 2 envelopes, the original technical component and the original financial component.
For the record, Mr. Chair, may
Yes.
you see the label of the technical component?
Ay, here, sir.
Technical about the financial component.
Area 1.
May we put on record that that is area 1, intended for area 1.
Yeah.
And we are bidding for area 2, area 1.
Mr. Chair, in your screens right now is the financial submission, and it is labeled here, provision of security services requirements for CAAP Area 1 under 3-year service agreement, which is not the same project that we are now opening, Mr. Chair. To the representative of World Cup Security Services, please. Sir, kindly confirm, sir, that in the financial document, the submission is for Area 1. Mr. Chair, would like to put on record that the representative of World Cup Security Services confirms that their financial component is for the project provision of security services requirements for CAAP Area 1 under 3-year services agreement. With that, Mr. Chair, we are recommending considering the wrong project. We are recommending for disqualification, sir.
Okay, so we have here a recommendation from the TWG for the disqualification of the
World Cup Security Services, sir.
World Cup Security Services for the aforementioned reasons. Do we have any further comments or questions from the members? If there's none, let's have a motion, please.
Before the motion, Mr. Chair, would also like to put on record, sir, that also the bid number is for Area 1, which is 22-008-10. For the Area 2, it's 009, Mr. Chair. So that's all, Mr. Chair.
Motion, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, sir.
I move to adopt the recommendation of the Technical Working Group for the disqualification of World Cup Security Services Incorporated for failing to submit the required financial document for Area Class 2 Security Services requirement for 3-year service agreement, Mr. Chair.
I second the motion, sir.
Alright, thank you. There being a motion duly seconded, the recommendation of the TWG for the disqualification of the bidders hereby adopted and the motion is carried. Okay, let's move forward, please.
Sir, sa World Cup po, mag-EMR po kayo, sir.
Yes, I would like to manifest that we are filing.
Okay, sir. Within 3 calendar days from today po, sir. Written MR po. Padala na po sa BAC. Maraming salamat po. Isisil po namin yung document niyo. The next proposal is from Blue Cavalier Security Agency, please. Representative, sir. Kindly acknowledge if this is your acknowledge.
Yes, our
Thank you, sir. The proposal is labeled Provision of Security Services Requirements for CAAP Area 2 under 3-year service agreement, bid number 22-009-10. It's also sealed and with signature of the bidder. Inside the box are 3 packages. The original bid, copy 1, and copy 2. Inside the original package are 2 envelopes. The original technical component and the original financial component. The submitted technical component has stubbings with pagination, but representative from Blue Cavalier, please, sir, would like to kindly confirm, sir, that your submission in some of the pages, in some of the pages of the submitted document, it does not contain the required signature or initials. Mr. Chair, would like to put on record that the representative of Blue Cavalier confirms that their submission has no initials or signature in some of the pages of the entire span of the document. And pursuant, Mr. Chair, to BDS number 15, it requires here that each and every page thereof shall be initialed or signed by the duly authorized representative of the bidder. And it's also stated here that bids not complying with the above instructions shall be automatically disqualified. With that, sir, the technical working group is now recommending for the disqualification of Blue Cavalier Security Agency for non-compliance with the signature or initials on all the documents for consideration and approval, sir, of the committee.
All right, we have the recommendation from the TWG. Do we have a motion, please?
Through the chair motion,
Go ahead, sir.
I would like to move for the disqualification of Blue Cavalier Security Agency for their failure to sign all the pages of their submitted bid, which is a requirement which is a requirement for this bidding.
Seconded, Mr. Chair.
All right, there being a motion duly seconded, the recommendation of the TWG is hereby adopted and the motion is carried. TWG, kindly inform the bidder of the next steps.
Sir, magfa-file po ba kayo ng motion for reconsideration po? Mr. Chair, would like to put on record that the bidder, Blue Cavalier Security Agency, would file a motion for reconsideration. Sir, 3 calendar days from today, written po. Maraming salamat po. To all our bidders, maraming salamat po. That's all, Mr. Chair, for the 3 submissions. To all our bidders, maraming salamat po for participating today's bidding. And antayin na lang po namin yung mga MR po ninyo. Sige po, sir. Doon na lang po sa labas po. Uy. Mr. Chair, considering, sir, that there are no bidders who initially passed during the opening of bids, the technical working group is now recommending for the declaration of failure of bidding without prejudice to the resolution of the motion for reconsideration of the disqualified bidders for consideration and approval, sir.
All right, so that's a recommendation for failure.
Yes, sir.
And no, I mean, what would be the next step? Reposting.
Yes po, sir. Kung halimbawa po makareceive na po tayo ng MR after na-resolve, i-repost po natin agad, sir.
All right, so the recommendation now is for the declaration of failure and for the subsequent reposting of the project. Do we have any comments from the members? If not, just let's have a motion, please.
Sir, motion, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
I would like to move for the declaration of failure of bidding for the provision of security service requirement for CAAP Area 2 under a 3-year service agreement.
Seconded, Mr. Chair.
All right, there being a motion duly seconded, the recommendation for the declaration of failure is adopted and that this bidding be considered a failure of bidding due to the aforementioned reasons. Okay.
Sir, we now move to item 2.3, sir. Provision of security services requirements for CAAP Area 3. And we received 2 submitted bids for this, Mr. Chair. We are now requesting for the permission to admit the bidders, sir.
Go ahead, please.
Ano ba itong nauna? 941, 943.
Siya muna.
Good afternoon, bidders. Welcome to the opening of bids for the project provision of security services requirements for CAAP Area 3 under 3-year service agreement bid number 22-010-10 amounting to 63,039,354 pesos and 96 centavos. For records purposes, may we request bidders to state their name and the company you represent, please? Ma'am?
Good afternoon, each and everyone. I'm Marijul Quintana from Advanced Remote Managed Security Services.
Good afternoon po. Kayo po, ma'am?
Good afternoon po, Jacqueline Natividad from ARMS din po.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Sir?
Good afternoon, sir. Elmo Baro po from Eagle One po.
Good afternoon, sir. So, Mr. Chair, we now proceed with the opening of bids. First, from the Advanced Remote Managed Security Services Incorporated. Representative, please, ma'am, can you acknowledge or confirm if this is your submitted bid? Thank you, ma'am. So, the submitted proposal is for the project for provision of security services requirements for CAAP Area 3 under a 3-year service agreement. So the proposal is sealed and with signature. Inside the submitted box are 3 packages containing the original bid, copy 1 and copy 2. Inside the submitted proposal are 2 envelopes, the original financial component and the original technical component. The submitted financial proposal of ARMS, Advanced Remote Managed Security Services Incorporated, has tabbings. Pagination and the required signature or initials on each page. Checklist, please.
Checklist for the technical component. Notarized checklist of requirements for bidders.
Checklist of requirements for the bidders. signed by Miss Marie Jewel Quintana, and also notarized, submitted.
One passport-size photo colored with accompanying signature and 3 initial specimens of the authorized representative, BF Form 1.
BF Form 1, photo and specimen signature of the authorized representative, Ms. Marie Jewel Quintana, the sales manager, with signature and initials, submitted.
Notarized authority of the signing official, or special power of attorney, or secretary's certificate.
Secretary's certificate authorizing the participation of Advanced Remote Management Securities Incorporated for this project, signed by the Corporate Secretary, Ms. Jennifer Abrogar, and also notarized, submitted.
Notarized omnibus sworn statement with secretary's certificate or special power of attorney as applicable, BF Form 2.
BF Form 2, omnibus sworn statement, signed by the authorized representative, Ms. Quintana, and also notarized. And
Certificate of company.
hindi. Ito pa muna. Yung sa ano muna. Yung omnibus. There. Ma'am, representative please of ARMS. Ma'am, kindly confirm that in the omnibus sworn statement, there is no attachment of secretary certificate or special power of attorney. Affidavit of undertaking. Ito, with, kasi
With secretary certificate.
dapat may sex search siya. Or SPA. O SPA na siya, authorized. Ma'am, Mr. Chair, may we request the representative of ARMS to approach the technical working group to see the document? Kasi po, ma'am, hinahanap po natin yung notarized omnibus with secretary certificate po, authorizing na si pero iba po kasi ito, ma'am, sa ARMS nung to.
Andiyan na din siya. Authorizing.
Wala po, ma'am.
Ako po yung ina-authorize.
Na
To sign instruction authorized representative negotiating.
pero Mr. Chair, may I request for a 2-minute executive session, sir?
Sige, let's do that, please.
Thank you, sir. Leaders, you're excused for a while. We will just call you back po. Welcome back, bidders. Secretariat, please kindly read again the requirement.
Omnibus. Wala. Okay, once again, sir. Notarize omnibus sworn statement with secretary's certificate or special power of attorney as applicable, BF Form 2.
The notarized sworn statement with signature and also notarized. However, no secretary certificate under tab D1. Ma'am, we would like to confirm that from the bidder, ma'am, wala pong secretary certificate naka-attach sa D1. It's only here at tab C po. Pa-confirm lang po, ma'am. Mr. Chair would like to put on record that the bidder confirms that the notarized authority of the signing official, special power of attorney or special certificate is contained in Annex or in tab C and not in tab D. Mr. Chair, as provided in BDS number 10.1, letter I, the original duly signed omnibus sworn statement, OSS, Annex B, Form 7, and if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case of corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all the members of the joint venture giving full power and authority to its officers to sign the OSS and to do acts to represent the bidders. And also, Mr. Chair, as contained in bid bulletin number 1, it specifically requires here, states here, the checklist of requirements under item 3. See attached revised checklist of requirements, tab A, which is also attached to the bid bulletin number 1. And this is tab A. Letter D, it provides that a notarized omnibus sworn statement with secretary certificate or special power of attorney as applicable. And in bid bulletin number 1, it expressly provides that bids not complying with above instruction shall be disqualified. So with that, Mr. Chair, the technical working group, on the basis of the bid bulletin number 1 and the provisions in the bid data sheet, is now recommending for the disqualification of Advanced Remote Managed Security Services Incorporated for failure to attach the required secretary certificate and or special power of attorney in the omnibus sworn statement for consideration and approval of the committee, Mr. Chair.
All right, we have your recommendation from the TWG for the disqualification of the bidder due to the aforementioned reason. Do we have any comments from our members? If there's none, let's have a motion, please.
Motion, sir.
Yes, sir.
I would like to move for the disqualification of Advanced Remote Managed Security Incorporated for their failure to comply with BDS 10.1I as well as to the bid bulletin number 1.
Seconded, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. There being a motion duly seconded, the recommendation of TWG for the disqualification of the bidder. Sorry, hindi ko
Advanced Remote
Advanced Remote Management Security Services is hereby adopted and the motion is carried. Secretary, can you inform the bidder of the options?
Ma'am, magpa-file po ba kayo ng motion for consideration po? Ma'am, meron po kayong 3 calendar days from today to file your motion for reconsideration po. In writing po, padala nyo lang po sa BAC Secretariat. Ngayon po, i-seal po muna namin, ibabalik seal po namin muna yung documents po ninyo. Salamat po. Saan yung next? The next proposal is from Eagle One Security Services Incorporated. Representative, please kindly confirm if this is your submitted bid. Would like to put on record, Mr. Chair, that the bidder confirms acknowledge the bid. And the submission is properly labeled for the project provision of security services for CAAP Area 3 under 3-year service contract agreement. It is also signed and sealed. Inside the package are 3 packages. The original bid, copy 1, and copy 2. Inside the original bid package are the original bid technical component and the original bid financial component. Balik din to. The submitted technical component of Eagle One Security Services has tabbings, pagination, and signature or initials in each page. Let me see. Checklist, please.
Checklist under the technical component. Notarized checklist of requirements for bidders.
Notarized checklist of requirements for bidders. Signed by Renato Primo and also notarized. Submitted.
1 passport size photo colored with accompanying 3 signature and 3 initial specimens of the authorized representative, BF Form 1.
BF Form 1, the photo and specimen signature of the authorized representative, the President, Mr. Renato Primo, with signature and the initials. Submitted.
Notarized authority of the signing official, special power of attorney, or secretary certificate.
Notarized authority of the signing official, a secretary certificate issued by Catherine Leila Soriano Posadas for Eagle One Security to participate and for Mr. Reynaldo Primo as a signatory with signature of the corporate secretary and notarized, submitted.
Notarized omnibus sworn statement with secretary's certificate or special power of attorney as applicable, BF Form 2.
BF Form 2 Omnibus Sworn Statement issued to Reynaldo Primo. Signed. And also notarized with Secretary Certificate authorizing Reynaldo Primo as the representative and authorized to sign with signature of the Corporate Secretary and also notarized, submitted.
Documents as attachment to the omnibus sworn statement. Certification under oath attesting that they have no pending case or cases against the government, in addition to the eligibility requirements as prescribed under the 2016 Revised Implementing Rules and Regulation of RA 9184.
Certification of no pending case against the government, signed by the President, Mr. Primo, also notarized, submitted.
Legal clearance to be issued by the CAAP Enforcement and Legal Service with respect to the non-pending cases of the prospective bidders against this authority.
Legal clearance issued to Eagle One Security Services Incorporated dated October 12, 2022, valid until April 12, 2023, with signature signed for Attorney Roberto Martin Buenaventura, ADG2 of the Enforcement and Legal Service, submitted.
Notarized affidavit of undertakings that the PSA shall submit with the following criteria. BF Form 17.
An affidavit of undertaking signed by Mr. Primo, the President, and also notarized, submitted.
Bid Bulletin Number 1 dated October 14, 2022.
Bid Bulletin Number 1 dated October 14, 2022, submitted.
Legal clearance to be issued by the CAAP Enforcement and Legal Service with respect to the non-pending cases of the prospective bidders against this authority.
Legal clearance issued to Eagle One Security Services Incorporated dated October 12, 2022, valid until April 12, 2023, signed for Attorney Roberto Martin Buenaventura, ADG2 Enforcement and Legal Service, submitted.
Field Job Certificate of Registration and Membership or Platinum Membership.
Certificate of Field Jobs Registration, Platinum Membership issued to Eagle One Security Services Incorporated, valid until November 20, 2022, consisting of 3 pages, 3 out of 3, submitted.
Documents as attached to the Field Jobs. Registration Certificate from SEC, DTI for sole proprietorship, or CDA for cooperative, or any proof of such registration.
Certificate of SEC registration, which is registration number CS201112528, date of registration September 2, 2013, submitted. Ma'am, nasa SEC certificate pa lang po tayo, ma'am.
Yes, as GPTP, dapat po updated na yung Annex A.
Ma'am, nasa pagka, if I may, Mr. Chair, if I may, sir, ARMs are manifested that the legal clearance of Eagle One Security Services is already expired. But considering, sir, that we are not yet on the legal on the tax clearance, can we proceed, sir, and move later to the tax clearance? Okay lang po, ma'am. Okay po. So, for the SEC Certificate of Registration, it is dated September 2, 2013, submitted. Here.
Mayor's or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located, or the equivalent document for exclusive economic zones or areas.
Mayor's permit issued by the local government of Quezon City, valid until January 24, 2023, submitted.
Tax clearance per EO number 398, series of 2005, has finally reviewed and approved by the Bureau of Internal Revenue or BIR.
Tax clearance Date of expiration, July 7, 2022. And they submitted an updated tax clearance with a validity until October 21, 2023. Submitted.
Yes po, pero pagka GPPP, meron na po kasi, di ba nilabas na dapat updated na po lagi yung Annex A kasi nag-i-issue na po si kaya dapat po di ba yung Annex A natin updated na.
Ma'am, as per Takala po, ma'am, ha? Check. Tingnan mo nga yung sa GP po. Yung latest na, wait ha, IRR. Meron yung updated. Mr. Chair, we would just like first to look for the provision wherein the GPPB or the IRR expressly provides that should...
Good afternoon. Can we review ITV 10.1, number 3?
Ma'am, we have here a provision in item number 1. Submit a certificate of PhilJEPS registration and platinum membership, including Annex A, in lieu of the uploaded Class A. That is, in lieu of the uploaded Class A eligibility documents identified in Section 8.5.2 of the revised page 18 of 188 implementing rules and regulations Republic Act 9184, provided that all Class A eligibility documents listed under the aforementioned are uploaded and maintained in the current updated in the registry. Submit a combination of a PhilJEPS certificate of registration and a membership including Annex A eligibility documents identified in Section 8.5.2 of the revised RRR. In the event that the Class A eligibility documents listed in Annex A of the PhilJEPS Certificate of Registration membership is reflected is to be outdated, the bidder shall submit such current and updated Class A eligibility documents. So it is, I think, also in circular, GPPB circular number 07-2017 dated July 31, 2017. So it is provided that if the eligibility documents as listed in Annex A are already expired, the bidder has just to submit the updated eligibility documents. Though we take note of your manifestation, ma'am.
Sir, if I may, it's resolution number 15/2021.
Hmm. Huh? Ito yun? Ano ba ito? Ano yun, Che? Saan yun ito? Siya na rin yun. Third. Ano? Ito? Revise shall result in the automatic suspension. Ma'am, nothing in GPPB resolution number 15-2021 dated October 14, 2021 that states here that the disqualification for non-updating or not updated PhilJEPS certificate. It's actually in item 2, page 7, number 29, approved as amended in section 8.5.2 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184 and its item 4 and 6 of the guidelines of the use of OMR include the following additional caveat in the platinum certificate of registration and membership to state that for the purpose of updating the PhilJEPS certificate of registration and membership, all Class A eligibility documents covered by section 8.5.2 of the 2016 IRR of RA 9184 supporting the veracity, authenticity, and validity of the certificate shall remain current and updated, and that failure of the prospective bidder to update its PhilJEPS certificate of platinum membership with the current and updated Class A eligibility documents covered by 8.5.2 of 2016 IRR shall result in the automatic suspension of the validity of certificate of registration and membership until such all of the expired Class A eligibility documents has been updated to reflect that though the submission of the certificate, the bidder certified that the authenticity of genuineness, the veracity, the certificate, but nothing in this provision, nothing in GPPB resolution 15-2021 dated October 14, ma'am, that says the non-acceptability of PhilJEPS certificate of registration. So, with that, ma'am, considering that they submitted an updated tax clearance dated with an expiry date of October 21, 2023, this submission suffice the requirement for the validity for a valid tax clearance. Okay, thank you, ma'am. To continue, Secretariat, please.
Okay. For the next item, audited financial statement for CY 2020 and 2021.
Audited financial statement for calendar year 2020-2021. This is stamped received by BIR, October 6, 2021, submitted.
Certified true copy of the PSA, valid and current regular license to operate as private security agency issued by Philippine National Police, Supervisory Office for Security Investigation Agency, or PNP SOSIA.
Certified true copy of the PSA. This is a private security agency regular license to operate for Eagle One Security Services Incorporated with PSA number 14-16715-06025, certified by SOSIA, and it is valid until October 31, 2026, submitted.
Certified true copy of clearance of no derogatory record or certificate of no pending case as PSA issued by PNP SOSIA, which shall be valid during the submission and opening of bids.
Certificate of non-pending case issued by the Philippine National Police, PNP SOSIA, issued to Eagle One Security Services, valid and issued last October 17, 2022 and valid 30 calendar days upon the issuance, submitted.
Certified true copy of valid and current certificate of registration as contractor issued to the bidder by the Regional Office of DOLE, where it principally operates pursuant to Department Order Number 174, Series of 2017.
Certificate of registration issued by the Department of Labor and Employment, and also certified through copy by Dolly NCR, valid until February 14, 2024, submitted.
The statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, within the last 3 years prior to the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids, BF Form 3.
BF Form 3, statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, signed by Mr. Renato Primo, the authorized representative, submitted.
Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, or SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid, in accordance with ITB Clause 5.4. The SLCC shall be equivalent to the at least 50% of the ABC, or 2 similar completed contracts, and the aggregate contract amount should be equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC, with the largest of these similar contracts being equivalent to at least 25% of the ABC and completed within the last 3 years. BF Form 4.
BF Form 4, statement of single largest completed contract, signed by Mr. Renato Primo, President, submitted.
Financial documents for eligibility check or NFCC computation or committed line of credit from a universal or commercial bank.
NFCC of Eagle One in the amount of 33,866,086 pesos and 16 centavos, signed by Mr. Primo, submitted.
Bid securing declaration, form as prescribed in GPPB Resolution Number 03-2012 or any form of bid security prescribed in BDS 18.1.
Bid security in the form of bid securing declaration, signed and also notarized, submitted.
Compliance or conformity with the bidding documents as enumerated and specified in Section 6, Schedule of Requirements, and Section 7, Technical Specification.
Section 6, Schedule of Requirements, signed by Mr. Primo. Section 7, Technical Specification, also signed by Mr. Primo, submitted.
Notarized certificate of satisfactory performance from at least 3 previous clients for the last 3 years.
Certification from the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines issued to Eagle One Security Services Incorporated. Date of issuance July 14, 2021. Notarized. Certification from LF Philippines Incorporated that for bidding purposes and issued last October 21, 2022 within the 3-year period. And Belkens Pharma Incorporated certification. Good standing for issued also to Eagle One Security Services Incorporated, issued last July 15, 2021, also within the 3-year period, submitted.
Authority to conduct site inspection duly signed by ADG2 Chief CSIS or his duly authorized representative. BF Form 6.
Authority to conduct site inspection signed by Major General Ricardo Banayat, AFP retired, of CSIS, issued last October 17, 2022, submitted.
Certificate of site inspection duly signed by the area or airport manager or CSI area or airport supervisor or any airport or facility officer in charge. BF Form 7.
Certificate of site inspection for Plaridel Airport issued to Jonard A. De La Cruz last October 14, 2022, signed by Mr. Glenn Tripulca. Certificate of site inspection for the CAAP Iba Airport issued to Mr. Junicio A. Daus, signed by Mr. Rodolfo Obaldo, issued last October 18, 2022. Certificate of site inspection for Marinduque Airport issued to Mr. Benjamin Turno, signed by Mr. Reynan De Guzman, CSI Station Supervisor. Certificate of Site Inspection for CAAP Mamburao, Occidental, Mindoro, issued to Mr. Jonard de la Cruz, signed by Mr. Teodosio, issued last October 18, 2022. Certificate of Site Inspection for Pinamalayan Airport, issued to Jonard de la Cruz as well, signed by Mr. Bernon Manalo, issued last October 17, 2022. Certificate of Site Inspection as well for Lubang Airport, Occidental, Mindoro, issued to Remuel Tuvieso, signed by Mr. Adrian Vausno, OIC of the Lubang Airport. Ang dami naman ito. Certificate of Site Inspection for Calapan Airport, also for Mr. De La Cruz, signed by Marvelous Marvin Soriques. For CAAP Romblon, to Mr. Torno, signed by Gatarino. Certificate of Site Inspection, San Jose Airport, Occidental, Mindoro, also to Mr. De La Cruz, signed by Christopher Enriquez, October 17, 2022. Certificate of Site Inspection for Alabat Airport, signed by Mr. Carl Darrell Panol, last October 19, 2022. Certificate of Site Inspection, CAAP Baler Airport, issued to Mr. Junicio Daus, signed by Mr. Jerome Mingua, OIC of Baler Airport. Certificate of Site Inspection for Jumalik Airport, issued to Mr. Benjamin Torno, signed by Ronan Caminian, airport officer in charge. Ang dami. Certificate of Site Inspection for CAAP Cabanatuan, DVOR, DME, issued last October 17, 2022, signed by Mongdiola. Certificate of Site Inspection for CAAP Sangli Airport, issued to Mr. Benjamin Torno, signed by Mr. Christopher Viernes last October 14. Submitted. Yes.
Pwede ko confirm lang po if all certificate are issued.
Yes. Yes po. Yes, 2. Yes po. 3. Yes, 4. Yes, 5. 6. 7. Kalagay ba dyan yung requirement din?
Certificate?
Ito signed, Signed, ha? Original. Signed. Yes. Ha?
Signed. Julie signed by the air.
Yes. Yes. Pero ano requirement?
Pero original ko po kasi.
Original naman. Yes. Ito naman. Yes. Ito. Yes po, ma'am.
Thank you po.
Next, please.
Okay, to continue, the following documents as attachment to the certificate of site inspection. Number 1, photocopy of company ID of the person who conducted the site inspection.
Oh gosh. Saan ba yung company ID? De La Cruz. Ayan. Company ID of Mr. Jonar De La Cruz, the area manager of Eagle One Security Services for Plaridel, for Iba Airport. Company ID of Mr. Daus Dionisio, also Dionisio Daus here. Mr. De La Cruz again. De La Cruz for Mamburao. Jonar De La Cruz again. De La Cruz for Pinamalayan. Tovilio, Remuel Tovilio for Lubang. Jonar De La Cruz for Calapan. Here, De La Cruz. Benjamin Torno. Mr. Benjamin Torno for Romblon. Jonar De La Cruz again for San Jose Airport. There. For Alabat Airport. Mr. De La Cruz again, also De La Cruz in the site inspection. Daos for Baler Airport. Daos, Baler. For Jumalig Airport, we have Torno. Benjamin Torno. For Cabanatuan DVOR, Daos. Ano ba ito siya? Torno for Sangli. Torno, Benjamin Torno. Submitted.
Next item, photocopy of the airport or facility visitor's logbook.
Visitors logbook for Plaridel Airport. Visitors logbook for Iba Airport. Visitors logbook for Marinduque Airport. Also name for Torno. For Mamburao, visitors logbook, also with the entry name of De La Cruz. For Pinamalayan Airport, Jonar De La Cruz, entry. For Lubang Airport, this is the Lubang Airport logbook. For Calapan Airport, for Romblon, CAAP Romblon, also with the entry name of Torno here. For San Jose Airport, visitors logbook of San Jose Airport, with the entry name of the person who conducted the site inspection. For Alabat Airport, De La Cruz again. For Baler Airport, Daus, entry name of Daus. For Jumalig Airport logbook, For Cabanatuan Airport, visitors logbook. For Sangli, also visitors logbook. Submitted.
Security plan duly signed by certified security practitioner per airport facility.
Security plan for saan ba to? Per airport to, no? Security plan for Plaridel. For Iba Airport, it's signed by Primo. No, sorry. It's signed by Mr. Elmo Tibaro, Bosch CSP. Mr. Elmo is also the Deputy Operations Manager. Security plan for Iba Airport. Signed and confirmed. For Marinduque Airport, with signature of the CSP and confirmed by the President. For Mamburao Airport, with signatures. For Pinamalayan Airport, with signatures of the CSP. For Lubang Airport, with signatures. For Calapan Airport, with signatures. This is for Romblon Airport, with the necessary signatures. For San Jose Airport, signed and confirmed also by the President. For Alabat Airport, with signature and signed. For Baleva Airport, also signed and with signature of the CSP. This is for Jumalig Airport. With signature of the CSP. For the DBOR Cabanatuan DME, also with signature of the CSP. And lastly, for Sangli Airport, with signature of the CSP and as confirmed by the President. Submitted.
Next item, company profile and organizational structure of private security agencies, indicating the names of its key agency officers. BF Form 8.
Company profile, BF Form 8, indicating the company officers as well as the organizational chart. Submitted.
Security management expertise and experience of key agency officers and personnel, including possible chief of operations for CAAP.
Key officers of the agency, together with the CV. Submitted.
Latest monthly disposition report, or MDR, stamped received by the PNP SOSHA for 3 consecutive months prior to the submission and opening of bids.
MDR for the month of July 1 to 31. Staff to receive 8/15/2022. This is for the month of August 1 to 31, 2022. Stamp to receive 9/10/2022. And for September 1 to 30, 2022, stamp received 10/14/2022. Submitted.
Certificate of availability of the required firearms and ammunitions to be supplied by the private security agency. For firearms not yet available or under purchase agreement, attach notarized letter of commitment from supplier to supply the firearms if awarded the contract. BF Form 9.
BF Form 9, Certificate of Availability of Required Firearms and Ammunition, signed by the authorized representative, submitted.
Certificate of availability of the required communication equipment to be supplied by the private security agency. For communication equipment not yet available or under purchase agreement, attach notarized letter of commitment from supplier to supply the communication equipment if awarded the contract. BF Form 10.
BF Form 10, Certificate of Availability of Required Communication Equipment, signed by the authorized representative, submitted.
Certificate of availability of the required transportation or vehicle to be supplied by the private security agency. BF Form 11.
BF Form 11, Certificate of Availability of Required Transportation Vehicle, signed by the authorized representative, submitted.
Certificate of availability of the required other supplies, equipment, paraphernalia to be supplied by the private security agency. BF Form 12.
BF Form 12, Certificate of Availability of Required Other Supplies, Equipment, or Paraphernalia, signed by the authorized representative, submitted.
Clearance certificate valid as of the date of submission and opening of bids, where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located, and agency documents indicating latest payments of the following. Number 1, Social Security System or SSS.
To the representative of Eagle One. Sir, can you confirm, sir, na yung submission po ninyo is certification po, hindi po yung clearance po, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Ay, yung BDS. Mr. Chair, under the provisions in the B data sheet under technical document submission, letter H, number 15, it is provided here that the bidder has to submit a clearance certificate valid as of the date of submission and opening of bids where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located, and the agency documents indicating the latest payment of the following: Social Security System. So, the submission, Mr. Chair, of Eagle One Security Services Incorporated is only a certification, and it's not compliant with what is required. That is a certificate, clearance certificate from SSS. With that, sir, the technical working group is recommending for the disqualification of Eagle One Security Services Incorporated for consideration and approval of the committee, sir. Mr. Chair.
Hello? Ayun.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we have here a recommendation from the TWG. Do we have any comments from our members? If there's none, let's have a motion, please.
Motion, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, sir.
I move for the disqualification of Eagle One Security Services Incorporated for failing to submit the required clearance certificate from SSS.
Seconded.
Okay, thank you. There being a motion duly seconded, the recommendation of the TWG is hereby adopted and the bidder is hereby disqualified for the aforementioned reasons. Secretariat, can they inform the bidder of the next steps, please?
Sir, magfa-file po ba kayong motion for consideration po? Meron po kayong 3 calendar days from today po na mag-file po ng yung written motion for reconsideration. Ngayon po, isisil po muna namin yung submission po ninyo. Okay po, salamat. To our bidders, we will just wait po for your motion for reconsideration po. Meantime, thank you for participating today po. Thank you. Ay, ma'am, antay na lang po sa labas para mapirmahan po ninyo yung bid po. Kayo din po, sir. Nakapirma na po. Sige po. Sir, sa labas na lang po. Magantay po. Mr. Chair, sir, considering that there are no bidders who initially qualified or passed the opening of bids, the technical working group is now recommending for the declaration of failure of bidding without prejudice, Mr. Chair, to the resolution of the MR should the bidder submit their MR within the prescribed period for consideration and approval, sir.
All right. Can I have a motion on that, please? Recommendation is for declaration of failure.
Motion, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
I would like to move for the declaration of failure of bidding for the provision of security services requirement for CAAP Area 3 under the 3-year service agreement.
I second the motion, Mr. Chair.
All right, thank you, sirs. There being motion duly seconded, the recommendation is adopted, and let this bidding be declared a failure and be returned to the end user. All right, so let's close this item and let's proceed to the next one.
Item 2.4, Mr. Chair, is the opening for the project provision of security services requirements for CAAP Area 7. Under a 3-year service agreement, bid number 22-012-10, bid amount is, the EBC of the project is 72,645,437 pesos and 16 centavos, and we only have one bidder for this, sir. Secretariat, please kindly call our bidder. Ma'am, good afternoon. Welcome to the opening of bids for the project provision of security services requirements for CAAP Area 7. This is a bid number 22-012-10. Ma'am, para lang po sa record po namin, kindly state your name po at the company you represent po.
Baby Girl Jasmine Clemente, GDS Security Agency Incorporated.
Magandang hapon po. Ma'am, paki-confirm po kung ito po ba yung submitted bid ninyo po?
Yes, sir.
Would like to put on record, Mr. Chair, that the bidder confirms that this is their submitted bid. The submitted proposal is properly labeled for the provision of security services required for CAAP Area 7 under 3-year service agreement. And the proposal is sealed and with signature. Inside the submitted proposal or the 3 envelopes, the original bid, copy 1 and copy 2. Inside the submitted original proposal are two envelopes, the financial component and the technical component. The submitted technical component of proposal are properly tabbed. With pagination and signature or initials on each page. Checklist, please.
Checklist for the technical component. Notarized checklist of requirements for bidders.
Notarized checklist of requirements for bidders. With signature and duly notarized. Submitted.
1 passport size photo colored with accompanying 3 signature and 3 initial specimens of the authorized representative, BF Form 1.
BF Form 1, photo and specimen signature of the authorized representative, Mr. Benedict Sun, with his signature and initials. Submitted.
Notarized authority of the signing official or special power of attorney or secretary certificate.
Secretary certificate issued by the corporate secretary, Marjorie Ansan Nang. Also notarized. Submitted.
Notarized omnibus sworn statement with secretary's certificate or special power of attorney as applicable, BF Form 2.
Omnibus sworn statement signed and notarized with ang dami. With secretary certificate signed and notarized. Submitted.
Documents as attachment to the omnibus sworn statement. Number 1, certification under oath attesting that they have no pending case or cases against the government, in addition to the eligibility requirements as prescribed under the 2016 Revised Implementing Rules and Regulation of RA 9184.
Certificate of no pending case or cases against the government, signed by the authorized representative and with notarization. Submitted.
Legal clearance to be issued by the CAAP Enforcement and Legal Service with respect to the non-pending cases of the prospective bidders against this authority.
Legal clearance dated October 6, 2022, issued to GDS Security Agency Incorporated, signed by Attorney Buenaventura, Chief of ELS, valid until April 6, 2023, submitted.
Notarized affidavit of undertakings that the PSA shall submit with the following criteria, BF Form 17.
Affidavit of undertaking, BF Form 17, with signature and notarized. Submitted.
Bid Bulletin Number 1, dated October 14, 2022.
Bid Bulletin Number 1, dated October 14, 2022, submitted.
Legal clearance to be issued by the CAAP Enforcement and Legal Service with respect to the non-pending cases of the prospective bidders against this authority.
Legal clearance issued October 6, 2022, signed by Attorney Buenaventura, valid until April 6, 2023, submitted.
PhilJobs Certificate of Registration and Membership or Platinum Membership.
Certificate of PhilJobs Registration Platinum Membership issued to GDS Security Agency Incorporated, valid until March 9, 2023, with complete attachments. Submitted.
Registration Certificate from SEC, DTI for sole proprietorship, or CDA for cooperative, or any proof of such registration.
SEC Certificate of Registration dated January 3, 2017, with registration number CS 930000013, submitted.
Mayor's or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located, or the equivalent document for exclusive economic zones or areas.
Mayor's permit issued by the local government of City of Mandaue, Cebu, sorry. City of Mandaue, Cebu. Expiration date December 31, 2022. Submitted.
Tax clearance per EO number 398, series of 2005, as finally reviewed and approved by the Bureau of Internal Revenue or BIR.
Certificate of Certificate of tax clearance issued by Rosa Maria Jinko, valid until February 23, 2023. Submitted.
Audited financial statement for CY 2020 and 2021.
Audited financial statement, date of filing March 16, 2022. Submitted.
Certified true copy of the PSA, valid and current regular license to operate as private security agency issued by Philippine National Police Supervisory Office for Security Investigation Agency or PNP SOSIA.
Private security agency regular license to operate issued to GDS Security Agency Incorporated, valid until October 31, 2024. Certified by PNP SOSIA CSG. Submitted.
Certified true copy of clearance of no derogatory record or certificate of no pending case as PSA issued by PNP SOSIA, which shall be valid during the submission and opening of bids.
Certificate of non-pending case issued by PNP SOSIA, issued last October 11, 2022, and valid 30 days from date of issuance. Submitted.
Certified true copy of valid and current certificate of registration as contractor issued to the bidder by the Regional Office of Dole, where it principally operates, pursuant to Department Order Number 174, Series of 2017.
Certificate of registration issued by the Department of Labor and Employment, GDS Security Agency. This is valid until 30th December 2022. Submitted.
The statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, within the last 3 years prior to the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids, BF Form 3.
BF Form 3, statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, signed by the authorized representative, Mr. Son. Submitted.
Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, or SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid in accordance with ITB Clause 5.4. The SLCC shall be equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC, or 2 similar completed contracts, and the aggregate contract amounts should be equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC, with the largest of these similar contracts being equivalent to at least 25% of the ABC and completed within the last 3 years. BF Form 4.
BF Form 4, statement of single largest completed contract, signed by the authorized representative. Submitted.
Financial documents for eligibility check or NFCC computation, or a committed line of credit from a universal or commercial bank, BF Form 5.
BF Form 5, financial document for eligibility check, NFCC of GDS in the amount of 620,612,240 pesos and 3 centavos. Submitted, signed by the authorized representative. Submitted.
Bid securing declaration, form as prescribed in GPPB Resolution Number 03-2012, or any form of bid security prescribed in BDS 18.1.
Bid security in the form of bid securing declaration, signed and also notarized. Submitted.
Compliance or conformity with bidding documents as enumerated and specified in Section 6, Schedule of Requirements, and Section 7, Technical Specifications.
Schedule of requirements under Section 6 and Section 6, Section 7. Ito pala, hindi mo. Section 7, technical specification submitted.
Notarized certificate of satisfactory performance from at least 3 previous clients for the last 3 years.
Certification of satisfactory performance issued by the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, issued last October 14, 2022, in the 3-year period. Next is certificate of satisfactory performance from Cebu Port Authority, issued last October 10, 2022. And lastly, from Mactan Cebu International Airport Authority, issued last October 10, 2022, submitted.
Authority to conduct site inspection duly signed by ADG2, Chief CSIS, or his duly authorized representative, BF Form 6.
Authority to conduct site inspection signed by Major General Ricardo Banayat, ADG2 of CSIS, submitted.
Certificate of site inspection duly signed by the area or airport manager or CSIS area or airport supervisor or any airport or facility officer in charge, BF Form 7.
Certificate of site inspection for CAAP Mactan facilities. Malagyan din. Pwedeng hawakan dyan. Dito ka banda. Dyan ka. Certificate of site inspection for Ubay Airport. Certificate of site inspection for Tagbilaran Airport. For Bohol Panglao International Airport. For Siquijor Airport. For Dumaguete Airport. Submitted.
Documents as attachment to the certificate of site inspection. Number 1, photocopy of company ID of the person who conducted the site inspection.
For CAAP Mactan facilities, photocopy of the company ID of Mr. Vaul Rendon. For Ubay Airport, also Mr. Rendon. For Tagbilaran Airport, company ID of Mr. Rendon. For Bohol Panglao, also the company ID of Mr. Rendon. Siquijor Airport, site inspection conducted by So Eric Enad, also the ID of Mr. Enad. Dumaguete Airport, also the company ID of Mr. Enad. And Mr. Rendon for both of them can. That's for Dumaguete Airport. Yes, submitted.
Photocopy of the airport or facility visitor's logbook.
Visitor's logbook for CAAP Mactan facilities. For Ubay Airport, the visitor's logbook. For Tagbilaran Airport, visitor's logbook. CAAP visitors logbook for Panglao Airport. For Siquijor Airport. And lastly, for Dumaguete Airport. Here, Dumaguete Airport. Submitted.
Security plan duly signed by certified security practitioner per airport or facility.
Security plan. Perfect. Sorry din. Security plan for this is for Mactan, Cebu, signed by P. Major Raul Rendon, CSP, for Siquijor Airport. This is for Ubay Airport, Tagbilaran Airport, Dumaguete Airport, Bohol Panglao International Airport, all the security plan are signed by Police Major Rendon. Submitted.
Company profile and organizational structure of private security agencies, indicating the names of its key agency officers. BF Form 8.
BF Form 8, company profile, together with the organizational structure, submitted.
Security management expertise and experience of key agency officers and personnel, including possible chief of operations for CAAP.
Key officers of the agency, together with attached also are the CV of the key officers of the company, submitted.
Latest monthly disposition report or MDR, stamp received by PNP SOCIA for 3 consecutive months prior to the submission and opening of bid.
MDR for the period September 1 to 30, 2022, stamped received by PNP SOCIA, October 10. Next. Wala September lang siya. Ay,
July.
ito. This one is for July 1 to 31. Stamped received 8/15/2022. We have July and September. Next is August.
Baka dito before.
October to eh. September.
July.
Ito din. August 1 to 31, 2022. Stamp received September 14, 2022. Submitted.
Certificate of availability of the required firearms and ammunitions to be supplied by the private security agency. For firearms not yet available or under purchase agreement, attach notarized letter of commitment from supplier to supply the firearms if awarded the contract. BF Form 9.
Form 9, certificate of availability of required firearms and ammunition, signed by Mr. Son, submitted.
Certificate of availability of the required communication equipment to be supplied by the private security agency. For communication equipment not yet available or under purchase agreement, attach notarized letter of commitment from supplier to supply the communication equipment if awarded the contract. BF Form 10.
BF Form 10, Certificate of Availability of Required Communication Equipment, signed, submitted.
Certificate of availability of the required transportation or vehicle to be supplied by the private security agency, BF Form 11.
BF Form 11, for transportation or vehicle, signed also by Mr. Son, submitted.
Certificate of availability of the required other supplies, equipment for the Fernalia to be supplied by the private security agency, BF Form 12.
Form 12, Certificate of Availability of Required Other Supplies, Equipment for Fernalia, also with signature here, submitted.
Clearance certificate, valid as of the date of submission and opening of bids, where the principal place of business of the prospective bidders located, and agency documents indicating the latest payments of the following. Number 1, Social Security System or SSS.
SSS clearance, valid until date of issue pala. Date of issue, October 19, 2022, submitted.
Clearance certificate from Home Development and Mutual Fund or HDMF Pag-ibig.
Clearance certificate from Pag-ibig, signed and valid until May 27, 2023, submitted.
Clearance certificate for Philippine Health Insurance Commission or PhilHealth.
Ay, sorry. Ito ba yun din? Ha? Oo. Ay, no. Certificate of registration mo. Tingnan mo nga yung kay ano, Catherine Klaus. Saglit lang. Ikaw. Same lang. Oo. Oo, same lang. Certification from the Philippine Health Insurance, submitted.
Clearance certificate from Bureau of Internal Revenue or BIR.
Tax clearance issued by the Bureau of Internal Revenue, valid until February 2023. Wait lang po ha. Weird. Kita mo yung validity. Bakit ganito yung tax clearance niya? Wait. Field trips niya. Ito yun din. Tab. Anong tab?
E.
Tab E.
Elephant E.
Check ko lang.
Tab E.
Tax clearance, February 2023 nga. Tama nga. Valid until February 23, 2023, submitted.
Certification of pending or no pending labor standards violation, violation case or cases valid as of date of submission and opening of bids issued by the following agencies pertaining to the provision of the security services. Number 1, Department of Labor and Employment, or DOLE.
Certification of no pending case by the Department of Labor and Employment as of October 11, 2022, submitted.
Certification from National Labor Relations Commission, or NLRC.
Certification from NLRC, clearance certificate of no pending case. Ay, wait. Anong key? Ano kaya yun? Oh. Ma'am, confirm ko lang po, yung clearance certificate po in-issue ninyo, it says here that you have pending cases filed before the NLRC in branch 7, Cebu City. 3 cases. Cases filed by entitled Edwin Tormis versus GDS Security Agency. Second is Lupito Mabong versus GDS Security Agency, and Hilda Bulibuli et al. Versus GDS Security Agency. So, and it is also stated here that these cases does not include cases that are already appealed before the commission proper and the regional arbiter branches.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay.
Record shows po.
Yeah.
Hindi po natin pwedeng anin.
Sige, it's fine. It's
Yes,
fine po,
sir.
ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Certification of NLRC clearance certificate that they have pending cases submitted.
Notarized affidavit of undertaking, BF Form 17.
Affidavit of undertaking, BF Form 17, with signature and notarized, submitted.
Security survey report to be accomplished and tab per airport or facility, BF Form 13.
BF Form 13 for Mactan Airport, for Siquijor Airport, for Ubay Airport, Tagbilaran Airport, Dumaguete Airport, Bohol Panglao International Airport. Yan lang ba? Yes, that's it. Submitted.
Photocopy of official receipt or OR as proof of purchase of the bidding documents issued by CAAP.
Official receipt issued by the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, submitted.
Supplemental bid bulletin number 1, dated October 14, 2022.
Bid bulletin number 1, dated October 14, 2022, submitted.
Sir, that would be all for the technical component.
Mr. Chair, the submitted technical component of GDS Security Agents Incorporated is initially rated as passed. We now proceed, Mr. Chair, with the opening of the financial document. I'm sorry. The submitted financial component has tabbings, pagination, and signature on each page. Checklist, please.
Checklist for the financial component, bill of quantities, BF Form 16.
BF Form 16, bill of quantities, submitted, signed by Mr. Son. Submitted.
Financial proposal submission sheet, BF Form 15.
BF Form 15, financial proponent submission sheet, also signed by Mr. Son, the authorized representative, submitted.
Bid form, BF Form 14.
Bid form, BF Form 14, also signed by Mr. Son, with the bid amount 69,326,398 pesos and 08 centavos with no discount and within the ABC. It's 69,326,398 pesos and 08 centavos with no discount and within the ABC. Mr. Chair, the technical working group is now recommending for the conduct of bid evaluation of the submitted proposal of GDS Security Agency Incorporated to ascertain completeness of bids and also to ascertain if there are any mathematical or arithmetical error in its financial submission for consideration and approval of the committee, sir. Thank you. Sir?
All right. Thank you. Thank you for that, Attorney Frank. So we have your recommendation for the conduct of bid evaluation. Do we have any further questions or clarifications from our members? If there's none, let's have a motion, please.
Motion, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, sir.
Motion is for the conduct of bid evaluation for GDS Security Agency Incorporated, Mr. Chair.
Second the motion, sir.
All right. Thank you, sirs. There being motion duly seconded, the recommendation of the TWG for the conduct of bid evaluation is hereby adopted and the motion is carried. TWG can kindly just inform us of the results of the bid evaluation as soon as it's ready.
Will do, Mr. Chair.
All right, let's close this item. Do we have more items in the agenda?
We have last item, Mr. Chair. Ma'am, thank you po for participating po. We will just notify po you of the outcome of the bid evaluation po.
All right, sir. Thank you so much.
Maraming salamat po. You are now excused. So, Secretariat, please kindly call the bidder for the project provision of security services requirements for CAAP Area 8 under 3-year service agreement bid number 22-013-10 amounting to 45,846,100 pesos and 8 centavos. And we received one submitted proposal for this, Mr. Chair. And this is from Alas Security Services Incorporated. Pasok po, sir. Ma'am. Good afternoon to our bidders. Welcome to the opening of bids for the project provision of security services requirements for CAAP Area 8. And for records purposes, kindly state your name, sir, and the company you represent, please.
Good afternoon to all the members of the bid committee and the bid chairman. I am Justito Rojas Yulo Jr. I'm the operations manager of Alas Security Agency.
And you, ma'am?
Yeah, my name is Jocelyn Yulo, Visitacion, Ala Security Services.
Good afternoon po. So, to the representatives of ALA Security Services Incorporated, ma'am, sir, can you confirm if this is your submitted bid?
Yes, sir. That's our submitted bid.
Thank you, sir. The submitted proposal is properly labeled for the project provision of security services requirements for CAAP Area 8 under 3-year service agreement. The submitted proposal of ALA Security Services consists of 3 packages containing the original proposal, copy 1 and copy 2. Inside the original proposal are the original technical component and the original financial component. Okay, go. The submitted the submitted technical proposal of ALAS has stabbings, pagination, and signature on each page. Checklist, please.
Checklist for the technical component. Notarized checklist of requirements for bidders.
Checklist of requirements for bidders. Signed by Mr. Yulo. And also notarized, submitted.
1 passport size photo colored with accompanying 3 signature and 3 initial specimens of the authorized representative, BF Form 1.
BF Form 1.
Attorney.
Photo.
Okay. Okay, baba. Yung ano. Hindi kita.
Ay, sorry po. Ito po yung sorry. BF Form 1, photo and specimen signature of the President General Manager with signature and initials submitted.
Notarized authority of the signing official, special power of attorney, or secretary certificate.
Secretary certificate issued by Mr. Sita Yulo, the corporate secretary. And it is also notarized, submitted.
Notarized omnibus sworn statement with secretary certificate or special power of attorney as applicable, BF Form 2.
Omnibus sworn statement, BF Form 2, signed by Mr. Yulo and also notarized. And with the attached secretary certificate authorizing Mr. Yulo to and Alas to sign, notarized by Teresita Yulo and signed by Teresita Yulo and also notarized, submitted.
Documents as attachment to the omnibus sworn statement, certification under oath attesting that they have no pending case or cases against the government, in addition to the eligibility requirements as prescribed under the 2016 revised implementing rules and regulation of RA 9184.
Certificate of no pending case against the government, signed by Mr. Yulo and also notarized, submitted.
Legal clearance to be issued by the CAAP Enforcement and Legal Service with respect to the non-pending cases of the prospective bidders against this authority.
Legal clearance issued to Ala Security Services Incorporated, dated October 14, 2022 and valid until October 14, 2023, signed by Attorney Roberto Martin Buenaventura, ADG2 of the Enforcement and Legal Service, submitted.
Notarized affidavit of undertakings that the PSA shall submit with the following criteria, BF Form 17.
BF Form 17, affidavit of undertaking, signed by Mr. Yulo and also notarized, submitted.
Bid Bulletin Number 1, dated October 14, 2022.
Bid Bulletin Number 1, dated October 14, 2022, submitted.
Legal clearance to be issued by the CAAP Enforcement and Legal Service with respect to the non-pending cases of the respective bidders against this authority.
Legal clearance issued to Ala Security Services Incorporated, valid until April 14, 2023, signed by Attorney Buenaventura, the Chief of Legal, submitted.
PhilJEP's Certificate of Registration and Membership or Platinum Membership.
Certificate of PhilJEP's Registration Platinum Membership issued to Ala Security Services Incorporated, valid until October 19, 2023, with complete attachments up to page 3 up to 3, submitted.
Registration Certificate from SEC, DTI for sole proprietorship, or CDA for cooperative, or any proof of such registration.
Certificate of Registration, registration number A 1998-14522, dated October 29, 1998, submitted.
Mayor's or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located, or the equivalent document for exclusive economic zones or areas.
Mayor's permit issued by the City Government of Catbalogan, valid until December 31, 2022, submitted.
Tax clearance per EO number 398, series of 2005, as finally reviewed and approved by the Bureau of Internal Revenue or BIR.
Tax clearance issued by Policarpio Tangile, valid until October 12, 2023, submitted.
Audited financial statement for CY 2020 and 2021.
Audited financial statement, date of filing April 25, 2022, submitted.
Certified true copy of the PSA, valid and current regular license to operate as private security agency issued by the Philippine National Police Supervisory Office for Security Investigation Agency or PNP SOCIA.
Certificate of no pending case issued by PNP SOCIA, valid until issued last October 19, 2022, valid until ito pala. Sorry. Apologies. Again, private security agency regular license to operate, PSA number R08 16642642273. Date of issuance, February 16, 2021, valid until January 31, 2023. Also certified true copy by PNP SOCIA submitted.
Certified true copy of clearance of no derogatory record or certificate of no pending case as PSA issued by PNP SOCIA, which shall be valid during the submission and opening of bids.
Certificate of non-pending case issued by PNP SOCIA, issued last October 19, 2022 and valid until 30 days from the issuance submitted.
Certified true copy of valid and current certificate of registration as contractor issued to the bidder by the regional office of DOLE, where it principally operates pursuant to Department Order Number 174, Series of 2017.
Certificate of registration issued by the Department of Labor and Employment to Alas Security Services Incorporated, valid until September 24, 2023, submitted.
The statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, within the last 3 years prior to the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids, BF Form 3.
BF Form 3, statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, signed by the authorized representative, submitted.
Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, or SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid. In accordance with ITB Clause Number 5.4, the SLCC shall be equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC, or 2 similar completed contracts, and the aggregate contract amounts should be equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC, with the largest of these similar contracts being equivalent to at least 25% of the ABC and completed within the last 3 years. BF Form 4.
BF Form 4, statement of bidder's single largest completed contract, was signed by Mr. Yulo, the authorized representative, submitted.
Financial documents for eligibility check or NFCC computation or a committed line of credit from a universal or commercial bank. BF Form 5.
NFCC of Alas in the amount of 56,281,672 pesos and 80 centavos, signed by Mr. Yulo, submitted.
Bid securing declaration, form as prescribed in GPPB Resolution Number 032012, or any form of bid security prescribed in BDS 18.1.
Bid security in the form of bid securing declaration, signed by Mr. Yulo and also notarized, submitted.
Compliance or conformity with bidding documents as enumerated and specified in Section 6, Schedule of Requirements, and Section 7, Technical Specification.
Section 6, Schedule of Requirements, and Section 7, Technical Specification. Both sections are signed by the authorized representatives, submitted.
Notarized Certificate of Satisfactory Performance from at least 3 previous clients for the last 3 years.
Certification issued by Samar 2 Electric Cooperative Incorporated, issued last January 4, 2021, within the 3-year period. This one is from St. Paul School of Professional Studies, given last January 29, 2022. And lastly, from Natasha Tacloban Certification, date of issuance 21 October 2022, within the 3-year period, submitted.
Authority to conduct site inspection, duly signed by ADG2 Chief CSIS or his duly authorized representative, BF Form 6.
Authority to conduct site inspection, signed by Major General Ricardo Banayat, ADG2 of CSIS, submitted.
Certificate of Site Inspection, duly signed by the Area or Airport Manager or CSIS Area or Airport Supervisor or any airport facility officer in charge, BF Form 7.
Site inspection for Tacloban Airport, signed by Mr. Fuentes. For Calbayog Airport, was signed by Mr. Esquadra. For Catarman Airport, signed by Mr. Troncoso. For Ormoc Airport, signed by Amorin. For Maasin Airport, signed by Mr. Celeste. Biliran Airport, signed by Mr. Bacordo. Catbalogan Airport, signed by Mr. Nunez. Borongan Airport, signed by Mr. Anacta. Giwan Airport, signed by Mr. Arsenal. Hilongos Airport, signed by Mr. Celeste. Submitted.
Documents as attachment to the certificate of site inspection. Number 1, photocopy of company ID of the person who conducted the site inspection.
Company ID of Mr. Salvador Juan, the one who conducted the site inspection for Tacloban. For Calbayog, Mr. Sangkupan Jamer. Sangkupan. For Catarman Airport, Mr. Nestor Bokbo. Nestor Bokbo, site inspection. For Ormoc, Salvador Juan. Salvador Juan as well. ID. For Maasin Airport, Mr. Salvador Juan. Salvador Juan as a representative. Biliran Airport, Salvador Juan. Also Salvador Juan. Company ID of Mr. Juan. Catbalogan Airport, Jabinal Dino. Dino Jabinal. Borongan Airport, Salvador Juan. Captain of Salvador Juan. Giwan Airport, Salvador Juan also. And Ilongos Airport, lastly, also from Mr. Juan. Submitted.
Photocopy of the airport or facility visitor's logbook.
Visitor's logbook of CAAP Tacloban. For Calbayog, visitor's logbook of CAAP Calbayog. For Catarman, visitor's logbook of Catarman Airport. For Ormoc, visitor's logbook of Ormoc. For Maasin, visitor's book of Maasin. For Biliran, the Biliran logbook. And Catbalogan logbook, as well as Borongan Samar Airport. Also attached is the visitor's logbook of Borongan Samar. For Giwan, they also attached the logbook of Giwan. For Hilongos, visitor's logbook of Hilongos. Submitted.
Security plan duly signed by certified security practitioner per airport or facility.
Wait lang. Ay ko. Ouch. Security plan for Tacloban, signed by walang signature. Then security plan. Taas na yun, di ba?
Dapat hindi sa kanya. Natin yung commission.
Taka na. Total bio siya. Tingnan ko.
Yan.
Oh, bakit
Yan,
siya?
wala.
CAAP. Fuentes eh. CAAP area. Ano ba yung requirement? To the representative of Alas Security Services Incorporated. Sir? Sir, confirm ko lang po, yung security plan po ninyo is only signed by Mr. Carlos M. Fuentes of CAAP Area 8?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tama po. Sir, our requirement as per the checklist and the bid document, sir, security plan duly signed by certified security practitioner per airport or facility po. So, Mr. Chair, as provided in the checklist of requirements under tab letter P, security plan duly signed by certified security practitioner per airport or facility, as confirmed by the representative of Ala Security Services, all the security plan of Alas per airport is signed by Mr. Carlos Fuentes, the CAAP area. Di ba CAAP personnel to siya?
Station supervisor.
CAAP area 8. So, under BDS clause BDS clause number 10, letter J. Letter K. No, tama. I'm sorry again. Letter J, the authority to conduct site inspection, BF Form number 6, duly signed by ADG2, Chief CSIS, or his duly authorized representative, and Certificate of Site Inspection Form 7, duly signed by the area airport manager or CSI area airport supervisor or any airport facility officer in charge, are required to be submitted. The bidder must also submit to CSIS its own security plan for airport or facility duly signed by certified security practitioner under the CAAP area. This is 3. Sorry, we got the wrong document, but it's for CAAP area 7 as well.
8.
Oh, CAAP area 8. So, with that, Mr. Chair, considering that the submitted CAAP security plan is not signed by a duly certified security practitioner, but signed by an employee or personnel of the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, the
Sir,
Yes, sir.
can we, yes. We believe, sir, that letter J, it was not specify actually kung sino yung pipirma, but Mr. Fuentes is under CAAP Area 8, CSI.
Yes, sir, but he is a CAAP.
So, we understand that he is also an authorized signatory for the security plan that we will implement in all the airports of Region 8. She is with the CSI of the region.
Mr. Chair, may I request for a 5-minute executive session, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Alright, let's have the executive session.
Yes, sir. Secretariat, please kindly remove as well online participants, bidders. Welcome back, bidders. Secretariat, please kindly read again the requirement.
Okay, once again. Security plan duly security plan.
Letter P. Letter P.
Okay. Once again, sir. Security plan duly signed by certified security practitioner per airport or facility.
Security plans for all airports under Area 8 is submitted by the bidder. However, in each of the security plan, it is signed by Mr. Fuentes, an CAAP Area 8 employee, and under provisions of letter J of the BDS, item number 15, it is expressly provided here that the bidder must submit CSIS its own security plan for airports or facilities duly signed by certified security practitioners under CAAP Area 8. And with this, Mr. Chair, considering that Mr. Fuentes is an employee of CAAP who is not a certified security practitioner, and under this provision, what is contemplated here is the certified security practitioner who is performing, who is practicing his profession under CAAP Area 8, but not necessarily from the airport of CAAP Area 8. So with that, Mr. Chair, the technical working group is recommending for the disqualification of Alas
Sir,
Security.
before you utter that we are disqualified, the only certified security practitioner in the region is coming from the CSI. And Mr. Carlos Fuentes is a CSI employee. And please enlighten us kung sino po ang pipirma na certified security practitioner dun sa region, except those who is responsible for the security plan of all the airports, which is the CSI na nasa region, which is Mr. Carlos Fuentes.
Sir, under these provisions, sir, it is the responsibility of the bidder to secure the services of a certified security practitioner to sign the security plan as prepared by the bidder, and it is not the representative from the authority or employee or personnel from the authority who will sign the
So yung intindi kasi
security
namin,
plan.
duly signed by certified security practitioner under the CAAP Area 8, which is Mr. Fuentes.
But it doesn't necessarily, it does not say here, sir, that an employee of the CAAP Area 8. So if the practitioner is under CAAP Area 8, it could be a CSP practitioner within that region, sir. Not necessarily coming from the CAAP, sir. Because, of course, it would create conflict of interest, sir. But anyway, sir,
But when we submitted the security plan, it was also approved and signed by the CSI of the region. So,
Attorney Frank,
Yes, sir.
ganito na lang, no? Sir, with all due respect, this was already fleshed out during the executive session, and please allow the DWG make their recommendation so that the BAC can make their proper decision, sir. Okay? All your comments are duly noted, and of course, you'll be given an opportunity to discuss these matters as well. But at this juncture po, just let them make the recommendation. All right, Frank?
sir, the recommendation of the technical working group, sir, is for the disqualification of Atlas Securities Agency, sir, for failure to comply the requirement under letter J of the BDS, which is the duly signed by the certified security practitioner, a security plan which is duly signed by a certified security practitioner. So for consideration and approval of the committee, sir.
All right. We have here recommendation from the TWG for the disqualification of the bidder due to their failure to comply with the requirements as provided in our bid documents. Do we have any comments from our members? Any questions? If there's none, let's have a motion, please.
Sir, motion.
Go ahead, sir.
Sir, I would like to move for the adoption of the recommendation of TWG for the disqualification of Alas Security Services Incorporated for their failure to submit a security plan which is signed by certified security personnel. Thank you.
I second the motion, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, sirs. There being motion duly seconded, the recommendation of the TWG for the disqualification of the bidder is hereby adopted and the motion is carried. Secretariat can kindly inform the bidder of their next steps, please.
To Atlas representative, sir, you
We are a last security agency, not Atlas, please.
Sorry. Apologies, sir.
Thank you.
Alas. Sir, you are given, will you be filing a motion for consideration, sir?
Yes, of course, we will
Yes.
file.
Sir, you are given 3 calendar days from today to file your written motion for consideration. For the meantime, sir, we will be sealing your documents and your motion we will be waiting for your motion for consideration. Okay po, sir?
Yes, we will.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, for, I think that would be all for now, sir. Thank you for participating. You are now excused po. Ay, ding pala. Pasil na lang po. Sir, sa waiting area na lang po, sir. Ma'am, thank you po. Oh, yes. With that, Mr. Chair, considering that no other bidders qualified during the opening of bids, the technical working group is now recommending for the declaration of failure of bidding and the reposting of this pending the resolution of the motion for reconsideration should the bidder submit its motion for reconsideration within the prescribed period. For consideration and approval, sir.
All right, thank you. Can you have a motion on that, please? Declaration of failure of bidding.
Motion, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, sir.
Move for the declaration of failure for the bidding of security services for Area 8.
I second the motion.
Thank you, sir. There being a motion duly seconded, the recommendation for declaration of failure of bidding is hereby adopted and the motion is carried, so that this bidding be declared a failure and be remanded to the end user. All right.
Yes.
Anything
Sir?
else? Today's meeting.
That would be all, sir. No other agenda items for today.
All right. With that, I guess we can adjourn the meeting already. So, meeting is adjourned. Secretariat, can you just inform us of the next schedule of the BAC?
Yes, sir. We have another meeting tomorrow po.
Tomorrow. Buong
Yes.
araw na naman. Wala na naman kaming magagawang trabaho. I don't know. We look forward to it tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Pero seryoso though, I heard the comment kasi about the executive sessions. We should be doing that often kasi it doesn't look good, lalo na pagka pinapanood siya. Parang marami tayong tinatago, which is not really supposed to be the case. We're supposed to be open and transparent. So if it's something we can discuss easily, let's just discuss it in open kahit naka-camera pa tayo. Alright?
All right,
In any
sir.
case, good afternoon everyone. See you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Sir, the DGO is already here, sir. Maybe
Hi, sir.
he would like to say something or what, sir? Sir, we are ready to adjourn.
Okay, so let us adjourn.
Thank you, sir.
Sige, thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
So
Thank you,
tomorrow
everyone.
again? Okay.
Thank you po.